Avast ye scurvy dogs, Captain Grey, red blonde beard here, and today, me and my first mate, Master Bates, are off to the island to dig for goals. In fact, the only thing Master Bates enjoys more than digging for goals is telling tall tales to sailors. You love being surrounded by seamen, don't you, Master Bates? And today's quest for goals takes us to Cal Sports versus Hythe&Dibden on the island. Goals ho, Master Bates! Goals ho!
Now, so we're just outside the clubhouse at Cal Sports. I have to say it's quite spacious in there, isn't it? Has got a TV, but it's not on at the moment. Friendly bar staff, very chatty. Drinks wise, I'll force Matt on the old Fosters for now, even though he was going to go on the hardcore Coors Light, but he might change his mind as the day goes on. And yes, Laura, this is my third drink of the day, but I promise I will stop drinking by the time I get on the red funnel later, because if I do miss the baby gender reveal scan tomorrow morning, I think this will be my last vlog. But yeah, very friendly atmosphere so far, and very much looking forward to the game.
You also get pin badges.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your role at Cal Sports.
I do a bit of everything. For a long time I was on the football side, assistant manager, caretaker manager for all like the teams from under 18s all through to the first team. But now I've sort of stepped up a bit. I'm still involved in the football side, but I look after I'm the sort of link between the committee and the football side. So I look after all the sort of football operations, management side of it and stuff. So everything off the pitch for the football side.
That sort of job, so you're sort of the contact between the two things, how important is that for the club to run properly?
Yeah, big I think, to be honest with you, because I'm the link between all the committee side, the commercial side, the finance side, the travel side, logistics, everything. So obviously different people got different roles. It's all voluntary up here. So I go to the committee meetings, link to them, and then obviously Max, who's the first team manager, is one of my players anyway. So, and half the players I know anyway, because 2 or 3 of them are still playing when I signed them. So yeah, it's still a big link. My whole family involved up here. So yes, I think it's a big role, and it's to make the lives easier of the management side. So they can just concentrate literally on the football and the coaching side, and that's it.
You talked about some of the lads being signed. I mean, how difficult is it sort of to attract players to come to the Isle of Wight to play? Was it all local based players? Most
of the players are all local based lads that lived on the island, work on the island, and some of them have gone away to the mainlanders to work at university and college, but there's a couple that still travel back now. So most of them are local lads. So it's the majority. If the 80-90% of that team is now the Isle of Wight representative team. So yeah, we just, as they come through, we've got good links with the youth over here, and we just pick them out as and when hopefully they're ready for this sort of level of football.
And finally, how important to the local community is it to have sort of teams like Cal Sports and East Cals and Newport?
It's massive, absolutely massive. It's not just a football club, it's a community hub. You know, up here now, it's not just football anymore, it's 4 or 5 days a week. We've got different groups, Alzheimer's, local construction groups, training groups. People use it for every sort of occasion, you know, christenings, weddings, everything like that. So it's a massive part of the community, and it brings people out, it brings people together. It's just a big community hub, and we're pushing towards that more and more, especially with the youth, the ladies, and everything alongside that way.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time.
Mate,
I'm here with Toby Collard, who's part of the committee at Cal Sports Football Club. Tell us a little bit about Cales.
What, the club?
Yeah.
It was formed in 1881 originally. There was a couple of year gap after we left the Southern League. Reformed in 1904, I think, and we've been going ever since.
And tell us a little bit about your role on the committee at Cales.
Well, I started coming up here when I was like 10, and by the time I was 14 they had me doing the programme. I don't do the programme, I'd still do a page in the programme, but I do the announcing, I do the posters, I do the page in the programme, I sort out the goal tickets, I'm on the committee, I do the sign out the front. lots of little jobs that need doing and nobody else wants to do.
And sort of finally, this is a ground hopping vlog. What would you say to anyone that wants to come and catch cow sports?
Oh well, come. It's, you know, lovely place, lovely ground, as you've seen, friendly people. Can't always guarantee a win, but that's the nature of following cows. Yeah, come on over.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time, Toby. Appreciate it.
Westwood Park, home of Cow Sports FC. I have to say, it is probably one of those grounds that is at the top of a massive winding hill that pretty much goes all the way up from the ferry terminal, to be honest. But not that we'd know, because we got the bus up, because we're lazy bastards. But yeah, the ground's very impressed, to be honest. It's nice and peaceful. Got houses behind one of the goals, but I'm very impressed by what looks to be a large stand for this level of football. A nice old school stand. Very impressed with that. Can you smell that?
What's that?
I know we're in cows. It's not cow pat, but can you smell it? I smell goals today, Matthew. I smell goals. The sun is shining. Had a couple of beers. The corrupt Premier League starts today. As things stand, Everton are not in relegation trouble, but that might change at 5 PM. We're at a new venue today, ground we've not been to before. So I'm very excited for today's game. We've seen cows probably once last season. We at Livington when they won 8-0. Hythe&Dibden we've seen a few times, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we are very much hoping for some goals today, aren't we, Matthew? So what are you going to tell us on your stats today?
Let's look at Cows' last 3 games to the start of the season. A 1-1 draw in the opening day against Fareham, drew 1-1 with Hammerview Rec before getting smashed midweek by Porchester 7-1.
So they're not going to be the only team on the receiving end of a beating now, are they, against Porchester?
No. They'll be looking to bounce back today. I mean, they've got goals in their team. Last season, Conor Kelly got 21 goals. He was their top scorer. But they had 4 other players that all reached double figures as well. So they've got goals in that side. They've brought in Charlie Marsek and Callum Chase from East Cows Victoria, and Jez Conway returns from East Cows Victoria after spending half a season there after leaving Cows Sports.
The Isle of Wight merry-go-round.
Yeah, pretty much that way.
Football transfers.
But like you said, last season when they beat Leamington, it was sort of the early part of the season. They looked really good, didn't they? They were pushing for those playoff places.
Pretty much most of the season, weren't they?
Yeah, and some interesting stats today. December, we take a look at their form, 5 out of 5 wins. That's absolutely brilliant. But then if you look at April, there was no wins in 6. So I think it was the second half of the season, Cal suffered a little bit.
Yeah, and that last playoff place was very much up for grabs, wasn't it? So they'll probably be a bit disappointed with the end to their season.
Hythe&Dibden, who finished 15th last season, Cows finished 11th. They did win the Russell Coates Cup against Hamble 2-1. They lost the Southampton Senior Cup 4-1. They finished 15th for the league. Good season for Terry Cox's men. I think what they'll be looking for this season is maybe getting a more settled squad. They went through a lot of players. They went through about 9 players came and went in the early parts of the season before they kind of settled down a little bit. Their top scorer last season was Marcel Lapetus, but they've got a couple of players I quite like. Christian Papaconstantino, who got the goal against Tottenham in that 4-1 defeat in the Southampton Senior Cup final. By the way, just a brilliant achievement to get there, I think.
Yeah, it's just such a shame it wasn't at St Mary's though, wasn't it? Just took the gloss off of it a bit.
They've got some decent players. Luke Deacon, the goalkeeper, absolutely brilliant, I thought, for them last season. He's kept on this year. Kane Penton's got 9 in 22. He's a big striker, powerful, holds the ball up. It'll be one to watch today.
It's actually really good.
Their 3 games this season, they drew 2 at home to Christchurch, lost 3-1 away to Laverstock and Ford. No shame in that. Laverstock will be pushing for playoffs, I think, this year. But a good win against Millbrook, 3-2 during the week.
Yeah, that was a really good win. I think Cows as well, they're yet to win this season. I know, I've heard they've had a few injury issues and that, but still very much early days, and I'm very much looking forward to today's adventure.
You got the team sheet?
Thank you. Have a good game, fellas.
That's good.
Ooh.
Slow it down!
I wouldn't be able to say any good football. My cousin, he loves
No, he's at some Saudi Arabian club, isn't he? Oh, that's a good save. Really dry mouth. So I basically drank a litre of water to try and cleanse my mouth, and now it's all coming back to haunt me. Combined now with 3 beers, and it's like, Ooh. Oh, do you know what
Camera on, son.
Cal Sports 0, Hythe&Dibden 1. I think I'm glad I used up all my goal vouchers during the Milton versus Ronza game during the week. Not the best end-to-end game, but it's been full of sort of full of endeavour, isn't it? Especially, I think Cows are unlucky to be 1-0 down at half-time, but I think Hythe took their early goal well, much to my dismay, because they inconveniently scored in the 7th minute and not the 6th minute, because I had the golden goal at 6 minutes.
But what a goal it was. Didden
Could
Hycon.
have scored it 30 seconds earlier though.
They could have done. Didden Hycon.
Selfish.
Basically some good play down the right hand side. Come to about 25 yards out, and it was a hell of a strike. Curled right in the top corner. Goalkeeper Ed had no chance really to save that. But since the Cows have had their chances, I mean.
Couldn't pull that one out, could he?
I doff my hat.
Sorry.
Cows have had their chances as well, to be fair. Scott McFarlane long throwing into the box. Number 10, John McKee, forced Luke Deacon into a decent save, and then they couldn't be really follow up to it straight at him. And McFarlane had a good chance as well. Literally in the box, he sort of swiveled, turned it. I thought it was going in, and it went wide.
Yeah, and they've just had a good chance from a header as well, just before half time from the corner.
Yeah.
But you feel they're just sort of lacking that goal threat at the moment, aren't they, Cows?
They are a little bit, but they're missing players as well.
Yeah.
Hythe hit the post as well, I think, in the first half, although you think the keeper saved it, wouldn't we? Argued a little bit about it. There's an interesting little battle going on the pitch between Kane Prentice up front for Hythe and Callum Chase, the centre back for Cows. And they're really sort of getting into each other, aren't they?
Yeah. Feisty battle, isn't it?
Yeah.
All round, but hopefully the feistiness will spill over into the goals second half.
Step on, step in, step in. Strike up, strike up. Right
they take about 4 to 6 hours to put together on a Sunday. So we try and get them up Sunday night. Oh! Number 10.
That's King saying, isn't it? That's it. Yeah.
Terry, brilliant performance today. Tell us a little bit about the game.
Yeah, first half, obviously Cal's created a lot of chances in the first half, like 2 or 3 they probably could have got goals. I think we were good on the counter, we kind of got in behind them quite a lot in the first half. Obviously the goal came, great bit of play from young Dylan. We build up play was quite good and we got into midfield. Dylan's technical finish was just flawless for the first goal. Second half, we spoke at half time about how we kind of contain Cows. Obviously they would come at us at 1-0, it's always a tricky score to go in at half time, and then second half we came out. I think I'd say we were probably the better side second half. I think we stopped making mistakes. We made a couple of mistakes. I mean, they had a few chances, but quite long range, and obviously Luke Deacon handled them quite well. But ultimately, we probably got, obviously Dylan scored the second goal, which is obviously a great technical goal as well. And then the third goal from Kane, the build-up play, was a good goal. I mean, I think we probably could have got a couple more in the end, but at the same time, first half they could have got a couple. So, it's a good result away today. It's always a tough place to come, Cows. It's different when you play them on the mainland. You play one Cow side, and when you play them here, they're a much finer tuned competitor. So, yeah.
Talking about Dibden, he got 2 brilliant goals today. How did you guys actually acquire him?
Yeah, there's a few it's just a long story, but he's a good player. I mean, I don't really want to give away secrets and stuff, but he's a good player. We obviously signed him from, he's come down from Loughborough, I think it's like step 3 or step 4 he was playing up there. I saw him a couple of times in pre-season. I really liked him. I thought the way that we play would suit our style, and obviously he's got a bit about him, so I don't want to get too carried away and then start having 7 days come flying in for him. But yeah, he's a good player, and he suits our network, and the lads love him as well. He lives just in around Tottenham and Hythe now, so it's handy for us. He's moved down here, so yeah, he's a good lad, and a lot of the players love him. Like I said, he has got that little bit of extra special skill sets which can define a game, like it has done today. It has done against Millbrook. He's got those little moments of excellence that he links up well. He wants the ball all the time. I really like him as a player, so he's a great asset to the club.
I think this season you've kept a solid core of the squad from the second half of last season. I think maybe that's the one thing last season you were sort of changing players a lot.
Well, this pre-season has been the weirdest pre-season ever. I've not really been trying, or I wasn't really looking for loads of players. Like normally pre-season, you're asking a manager at this level, and it's like a cattle market. Players coming in, players going out, players coming in. But we were really lucky. Obviously, we had a really good finish to the season where we won the Hampshire Russell Coates Cup. Obviously, when we spoke to you last time, we played in the FA, the Southampton FA cup thing, whatever that was, and the reality of it was we have been lucky. Like we've basically kept almost everyone from last season, barring maybe 1 or 2 have maybe gone to different clubs for various reasons. But it happens, you get the merry-go-round. But we like you alluded to, we have managed to keep a lot of the players from last season, and it really has kind of inspired this growth in the club. And obviously as well, we've got new members joining the club in regards to the chair people and committee and stuff. And it's it's really enjoyable because it's a really nice place to be. Really great time to be a manager at Hythe&Dibden. So players are coming in and they want to join us as well. We're getting constant inquiries, and yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time to be at Hythe. So.
Brilliant, thank you, Terry.
Full-time score is
Nothing I can say.
Cal Sports 0, Hythe&Dibden 3. I think overall, well-deserved win for Hythe. They took their chances when they needed to, and pretty much, even though you probably thought Cals were unlucky to go in behind first half, I thought Hythe pretty much stamped their authority on the game as the second half wore on. Looked comfortable for their win, didn't they?
They did. Like you said, I think Cals possibly shaded the first half. They didn't have the chances. They had one go went wide, a header just over. Luke Deacon saved as well. But then the second goal from Dylan, Hythe&, I hope I pronounced that correctly. I thought it was an absolutely stunning goal because it's the way of position he was on the pitch. You'd be expected to cross in the box if you're a goalkeeper, and he just pinged it straight in the top corner.
Yeah, I think
20 yards.
Which team you're on, isn't it? It's like a good goal from Hythe's point of view. Maybe you're looking at the goalkeeper from Cow's point of view, but I think that pretty much knocked the stuffing out of Cow's because they were started the second half strong.
Oh, they did, definitely. I mean, Hythe was involved again for the third goal, across the box, and a great finish by Kane Prentice up front, who I felt was brilliant all game.
Yeah.
He had that good battle with Callum Chase. We were talking about the first half, and I think he just shaded it the second half. Took his goal really well. I mean, holds the ball up, he flicks on.
Yeah,
he's a really good player
today as well. And I must say, it's been another good day out, and we've been well looked after again by all the volunteers here at Cow's. Lovely location for ground. Had another good day out, haven't we, Matthew?
Oh, definitely.
We are dedicating this vlog to a dear friend of ours, Roger Alston, who sadly passed away 7 years ago, but he would have been 46 today, and unfortunately Villa have turned really good in those last 7 years, but rest in peace, Roger.